Welcome back to Mechina. We are at lesson 3, the first part of lesson 3, and as of now you are exactly halfway through the Mechina program. The first key word in this new lesson is kelev. Kelev is the Hebrew word for our best friend in the animal kingdom, and it begins with the letter kaf, which makes the hard K sound, ka, kelev. Now you can read the entire word. A couple of things to note. There are a number of pairs of letters and vowel symbols that represent the same sound, even though there are different symbols for them. You're actually going to encounter 3 of those pairs in this lesson, and kaf is one member of the first of those 3 pairs. The second of the 3 pairs is actually a vowel, and it's represented by 2 different markings. The vowel that you see here represents the sound oo, as in boo. One way to remember that sound, especially the 3 little dots going down in the diagonal, is that I always think it looks like a little train, and the last car on a train is the caboose. Caboose. So when you see that little vowel that looks like a train, you should always remember to say oo, as is true with the other symbol that makes that same sound. The second key word in this lesson is kiddush. Kiddush is a special prayer that's recited to sanctify a Jewish holy day, like a holiday or Shabbat. The word kiddush itself actually means sanctification. And you'll notice that it begins with a new letter. The letter is kuf. Kuf makes the same sound as kaf. Both of them stand for the hard k sound. This new keyword also contains the second vowel in the pair that we just learned on the previous slide. So see if you can read the whole word now on your own. The third key word in this lesson is sukkah. A sukkah is that little temporary shelter that we build to celebrate the fall harvest festival. And sukkah is the singular of the name of that festival, which is Sukkot. Sukkot means the plural of sukkah. The new word is composed almost entirely of letters and vowels that are new in this lesson. So it starts with the new letter samech. That letter represents the sound s. It sort of makes the same sound as steam being released. Sukkah. See if you can read this word now on your own. The next key word contains a new letter and a new vowel. The second letter in this word is a sin, which makes the same sound as the samech. They both make that hissing sound. The new vowel is in the last syllable of this word, and there is some disagreement about how it should be pronounced. In Israel, where there are native speakers of Hebrew, this vowel is pronounced the same sound that starts the word egg. But in some synagogues in the diaspora, it's pronounced a. In your modern Hebrew classes, you'll hear it pronounced but it's possible that in biblical Hebrew, you'll hear it pronounced a. Both pronunciations, I'm going to argue, are correct within the context of how they are taught and how they are learned. So that said, this particular keyword, Yisrael, is obviously the name of the land, the country of Israel, Medinat Israel. It can also be Eretz Israel, the land of Israel, or Am Yisrael, the people of Israel. Practice reading this new word. The next key word in this section is mezuzah. A mezuzah is a Jewish ritual object that's used to mark the doorpost in a Jewish home, both the front door, the back door, and any of the rooms in which one lives within the home. And it's also used to mark gates in Jerusalem. Inside the mezuzah is several verses from the Torah written on parchment by hand, and they need to be inspected every so often. But the word mezuzah itself means literally the doorpost. The second letter in the word is the new letter zayin, which makes the sound zzz, like a buzzing bee. And see if you can pronounce this new word. I should give you a hint. There's a little bit of a trick with that first syllable. Did you figure that out? There is a variation in the sign of the shva. When the shva occurs in the middle of a word, it is almost always silent. So, for example, in the word Yisrael, the shva makes no sound on its own. Yis-ra-el. The last sound that you hear in the first syllable is the sin, Yis-ra-el. But when a shva is in the first position of a word, it makes a short, sort of a half vowel sound, as in mezuzah, mezuzah. There is just the tiniest little hint of a vowel. It's called a semi-vowel or a half vowel. And that same thing happens when a letter is doubled and the shva is in the first iteration of that letter. It's also at that point a half vowel. So this particular keyword is hallelujah, hallelujah, lalu, hallelujah. It's not hallelujah, it's hallelujah. Tiniest little half vowel. So at this point, you've learned 21 consonant letter symbols and the symbols for 5 different vowel sounds. And you've also learned both uses of the syllable marker. You can review all of this information as you need to, but as of right now, you are ready to work on pages 1 through 3 of the reading material for this lesson. So let me wish you Bahatzlacha, which means wishing you great success, good luck. Bahatzlacha literally means with success, and it's how we wish people good luck on what they are about to do. So I wish you all Bahatzlacha.